Welcome back to my channel. It's Rosie Rosette. Listen, it's early. You guys know I like to do my videos between, you know, 2 in the morning when there's no one. This is like the fifth time that I have tried to do a video, and there's so many disturbances. See, that's what happens when you have an amazing studio like I do. But anyway, I'm going through with this one because I can't. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired because it's only like 12 o'clock. Anyway, let's get to Breonna Taylor. Oh, yes. So sorry, I have to read or whatever. I don't have like, whatever. I have to read notes or whatever, and I can barely write. Anyway, okay, so apparently she was still alive for 5 to 6 minutes, but they didn't pay attention to her. They paid attention to an officer that was shot. Medley, is that his name? Mattingly. These names, Mattingly. They paid more attention to him because I guess the boyfriend had shot him. So they paid more attention to him and didn't, come to the aid of Breonna. So she sat there for 5 to 6 minutes in agony, unattended. You know what? This whole case. Because from what I'm hearing, they were watching her apartment. Now, there was the guy who they were looking for was already arrested. And the story keeps changing because now, when I first heard of the story, I heard that they went to the wrong address. I heard that they went to the wrong address and that the person was already detained that they were looking for. So now that they interviewed that young man, Walker, the boyfriend, they interviewed him right after all of this happened, and they got certain details that they needed. So this whole story is all convoluted. But okay, so the three officers are Brett Hankinson, Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly, Miles Cosgrove. You guys disturbing my thing again? Again? Okay, I'm making a video. I'm making a video. I'm making a video. Okay, you sure? Yeah. All right. You about to start the car? You about to go? You're not about to start the car? Okay. Anyway, so Miles Cosgrove. Okay. And then there was another one, Joshua Hines or Janice. I don't know. I would say Hines. Janice. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, okay, so those were the four officers. Three of them were involved, the first three. These were in plain clothes. At 12:48 in the morning, yeah. They did not call it in. So they went to her apartment at 12:48, 12:38. All of this was going on. They did not call to radio it in until 1:10 in the morning. Now my question is this: who called it in first? Who called it in first? Was it the Walker boy, the boyfriend, or was it the police who called it in? Why were they in plain clothes? Why did they wait until 12:48, 12:38 in the morning? Why? See, all of this doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Why is it that girl had to lay for 5 to 6 minutes? Okay, if there was an officer down, fine, deal with the officer, but still, her life, apparently if they had to come and, try and kill her or do a ram thing or whatever, obviously she was important enough for something. But again, did they have the right address? Why did they even have to come to her apartment in the first place when they had the suspect or whomever the other guy was that was already in custody? Why were they at her apartment in the first place? Okay, and again, they stated that the post office was sending them illegal contraband or drugs or whatever. And again, the postal service, the master, whatever, said they never made a report. And also, from my recollection, they had the wrong address to begin with. So you tell me, why isn't, okay, so Brett Hankinson, I think he's the person who allegedly killed her. So he was fired in June, and he's trying to get his job back. Now, the other two officers, Jonathan Mattingtonley and the other one, Miles Cosgrove, they have been reassigned. Why? Why would they be reassigned? Why? What kind of sense does that make? They should all be fired and in jail. They were in plain clothes. Next video you're gonna be on if you keep, okay? All right. Why would they still? Why would they still have their jobs? Why would they still have their jobs? Why is it that they were able to investigate and question the Walker boyfriend? Why? Why does the 2 out of the 3 out of the 4 still have their jobs? No, 3 out of 4. Because the Joshua, I'm going to say Hines. But no, it's Janice? I don't know. I don't care about his name. He should be in jail. He should be in jail. He should be in jail. All 4 of them should be in jail for murder. Why were they in plain clothes? Why did they need a no-knock? She was an EMT worker, for God's sake. Was Walker under the investigation? No, he wasn't, because in the reports they said that she lived alone. Why are you going to use a barrel? Excuse me. You're going to use a barrel for a woman who is an EMT worker. You guys, what element of this investigation am I missing? Why aren't 4 cops in jail? Why isn't the judge that released this no-knock warrant in jail? Why isn't the district attorney in jail? Why isn't the chief of police, the Louisville chief of police, in jail? But you see, the FBI is on it. Now, I don't know what portion of the FBI is on it. I don't know, I don't know, because actually the FBI is failing. They're failing in so many situations. There's so many cases around the country that the FBI needs to investigate. Internal affairs, not the local internal affairs, the national, the international. This has got to stop. Why were 4 plainclothes police officers who never identified themselves barreling, knocking out the door, barreling the door with a barrel, whatever, pushing the door with the barrel? I don't know what it's called. I've never had that, and I don't want that. So if this could happen to her, this could happen to any of us. So, what if somebody in my apartment building, is running drugs? Okay, then they target me for some reason. Although I don't do drugs, I don't drink. This way. I don't drink, I don't smoke or whatever. But still, they're going to target me, a little YouTuber, who barely I ain't got 200 subscribers, but you're going to target me. And then you're going to knock at my door at 12:30 at night. You ain't getting, I'm not answering. No, you're not getting in. But then since I don't answer, you're going to barrel into my apartment, you see. Then, what if I don't have a gun? But what if I did own a gun and I'm starting to shoot? Because you didn't answer and you're in plain clothes. Why do you guys need to be in plain clothes? Don't you? If you go to somebody's house on a no-knock warrant, doesn't somebody have to be a police officer in the police uniform? Why at 12:38 at night? Isn't she supposed to be at work? So how did they know she was off? This was like her first nights off after doing 12-hour shifts. What is going on? What's the real story? She knew something. That young lady, Breonna Taylor, saw something that they did not want her to know or see, and that's why they went after that child. There's something that she knows. Maybe Eric knows it. Maybe one of her, co-workers saw something, and she must have said something or known something or whatever. So, attorneys, what you guys need to do is look at her record and see what crime scenes did she aid to, come to the aid to, and what's the correlation between those crime scenes and these police officers or something in that police department. There's no way. There's too many lies. There's too many different wrong addresses, too many different stories. The fact that they investigated this young man and then used his information against him in the investigation, it's another reason why, they haven't, convicted any of these police officers. There's another problem in the fact that they did not. No. There's another in the part that they are arresting. They arrested like 400 peaceful protesters. See, there's just too much going on with this. And this is getting national media. But still, nothing is happening. It's visible on national media, but still nothing is happening. I'm like making a video at least once a week regarding this. I'm sure I'm not the only YouTuber making a video on it. People, you have reality stars, activists getting arrested for what? For what? Something is going on internally. But you know how those police departments are. They can hide. They cover for each other. No. These, no. And I'm not even in the game. I don't know anything about, criminal. I don't have a criminal background educationally or, by experience or anything like that. But this is just logic. Why were they at that child's house? She had nothing to do with the drug scene. The person was already in jail, already arrested. Again, we need to understand the mayor. You need to come forward. The governor, you need to come forward. The DA, you need to come forward. The the chief police person, you need to come forward. The people who were on the job that night. I need answers. Because in her name, Breonna Taylor, believe me, if you guys don't pay attention to what happened to her, when it happens to you or somebody that you love, it'll be too late. It'll be too late. We need to take this into consideration right now and deal with it. But they're so lackadaisical. Why? No, this is FBI, really. You guys need to expedite this. And I understand that you guys have to, deal with it with a fine-tooth comb. But just like they did in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, this happened before George Floyd. And still there's no justice. There is no justice. Yes, someone got fired, but they are still free. Free. Now, what if that was your daughter, district attorney or governor or mayor? What if they went into your daughter's dwelling and killed her just because at 12 something at night? Didn't respond to the knock. They weren't, they were in plain clothes. Why? I thought that when you're supposed to, do that, everything that I've seen, they've always been in raid attire. Raid attire. Why are you going to somebody's house at 12:38 in the morning? Shooting it up. Endangering other people. That's just like the young man who, I still don't know where that other video was, where they shot the man with his wife and kids right next to him. Right next to him. I still don't know. I'm still trying to find out. I'm still searching to figure out where that was and who was that man's name. And his wife and kids, a girlfriend or whoever. We have to stay on top of this, people. Those plainclothes police officers need to be in jail.